All right, hello everyone. Here we are back for hole number 6 here. And a couple different ways to play this. I'm probably going to definitely bring something with curls, so Apocalypse is going to be club of choice here. Should be all I need other than, a wedge of some sort. Whether that be from the rough, Nirvana, or from the sand, Malibu, or something similar. You shouldn't be very long where you would need Spitfire on this hole. But, I'm not too worried about that in the grand scheme of things. Now, what you'll see here, we do have a tailwind. And one of the things that you can sometimes do is you can set up, if it's enough of a tailwind, and you can actually land up on that left fairway. Otherwise, you might need to do some kind of power slice, power hook here, as this will get the ball over left enough to where it can get back on plane with the hole. So I'm going to show you pretty much how to get a general idea of how many rings you'll need to go. As you can see, my opponent just reference aims. I'm not much of a reference aimer because wind angle changes too much. And, it's just not a very precise method of calculating. So I'm going to go about, showing you primarily how to set it up, and whether or not, you end up there or close to that point is another thing. So let's take a look here. I'm going to try maybe around 3 on the top spin, I'm thinking. Also note that I'm going to have to worry about overpower. So I won't need very much. I won't be able to go full. So I'm going to use very little power. I'm also going off the left of my bullseye as my target. So I'm going to stack 1 on top, and I'm going to go for this wind at least another 5, maybe 6 rings. So I'm thinking somewhere right in here. And of course, like I mentioned, we're going to do very little in terms of power. So there you can see just barely yellow. Let's just see how this looks. It looks like even too much power. So there you can see I'm just a little bit off with the way that I went about doing that. So you're going to have to back off and use no power. As you can see that I'm just landing long on the fairway. So it's going to be much better that you hold a line similar to where my opponent landed. As you could see that I was starting to get too much outside there and land longer and more towards the right. So I could come in, I'd say, about a ring or 2 from where I just started. And aside from that, no power whatsoever. So you'll want to be very cautious with that. That's why you're seeing me miss right, because I'm driving long. And since I'm driving too long and it landed too far, it almost landed out of the fairway. And you can see the very north part of that fairway. It's too much of an angle for the ball to cut back. So you need to get it to land shorter. However, I am in here relatively close, and we'll still be able to give this a go either way. So here you can see where I am. But as I was just mentioning previously, if my shot landed here, it was just too long, more so than anything. It would have been better had I landed here. So that means no power, maybe even just a little bit of an underhit even. So, and had I done here instead of this angle, and coming in and landing over here, I would have came in this angle and went towards the hole. So that's what you'll want to try to get for yourself figured out. Of course, that's going to kind of take me out of this shot. I'm going to probably play this somewhere about a ring so you can see what I'm doing with the aim. However, I just kind of have to wing it because I don't have enough time to actually set up from here. But I hit a great ball anyway. I assume that this is going to miss on the left edge somewhere, and sure enough, there it is. It looks like I may have actually under adjusted just slightly, possibly. No way to know for sure, but I'm assuming it might have been just a little bit. And if you noticed how high that arced up, it's because I was up on higher ground. So if I'm shooting down to lower ground, that's why you're seeing more wind effect and why 1 ring there might not have been enough. So typically in terms of distance, it looked probably like a 1 ring shot. However, maybe going 1.5 because of the fact that I'm actually increasing the arc on the shot because I'm shooting down to a lower arc. It has more wind effect. So just something to consider. Good luck with that 6-hole. You'll be able to, even my second time around, look forward to my revisions because we're going to be able to find another way to do this. We can even use rock QB. We're not going to need Apocalypse. So I'm probably going to do that. What it's actually going to help me do is it's going to help me set the power just a little bit easier because you could see with the Apocalypse, it's a bit too much. So that's what to look forward to for my next video, but there's a good start for you guys. Good luck.